Tiruchitrambalam, the 11th Sutra, the bliss obtained by the soul. In the 10th Sutra, Meghadar explained the fruit of the removal of bondage. In the 11th Sutra, he deals with the other fruit, namely obtaining the bliss of Shiva. In Tamil, the sutra goes like this: காணும் கண்ணுக்கு காட்டும் உள்ளம்போல் காண உள்ளத்தை கண்டு காட்டலின் அயரா அன்பின் அரண்கள் செல்லுமே. Like the soul which makes the seeing eye to see, in order that the soul may see, the Lord sees and makes the soul to see. Therefore, in unforgetting love, the soul reaches the feet of Hara. Love or devotion is explained with the adjective anasisi. The soul should never forget the benefits that the God confers on the individual always. For example, both in the fettered and in the state of release, due to the factor of unseen love, the individual gets the feet of Shiva and enjoys the bliss conferred by Shiva. Not forgetting or unnecessary awareness of God's help, intelligence, practicing devotion, desire, reaching the feet of Shiva is action. Even in the state of release, intelligence, desire and action of the individual are dependent on the intelligence. Desire and action of Shiva and this factor gives bliss to the soul. Recitation number 1 statement. He also knows that which is known by soul. Reason. For the souls without him of themselves know nothing. Verse 1. Because the soul perceives objects of the five senses standing in union with the respective sense organs. It does not receive all five at once but perceives them one by one. But he who is one unchanging perceives all things simultaneously. The soul experiences things through the senses only one at a time and not together. But God, who is in all souls, can feel at the same time all what each soul experiences. Verse 2. When the soul, becoming one with God, experiences His grace, God is bliss and perfect loneliness to the soul, and is also one it with. Therefore, will he not know through the soul that which the knower knows? Recitation number 2 statement. When the soul prizes God with unceasing devotion, it reaches His scared feet. Reason. For God, inseparable union with souls causes the fruit of what they do not do souls. Verse 3. Though the sun be there, it is dark except for those with sight. Even so, God is invisible to those bound by pasa, from who knows Him with love. God removes the pasa by His grace. They are like matured lotus which the sun causes to open. God cannot be known to those who are not qualified, who have not yet matured, as they are still under the influence of pasa. But to those matured souls, God will appear clearly and change their soul knowledge into Padi knowledge, just as the sun opens the lotus bud in season. Verse 4. As the moon dispels lingering darkness, Hara, who in His love dwells with souls, dispels impurity. Like a magnet which attracts and controls iron, He is unvaried and unchanged. Verse 5. If it be said that having perished the soul becomes one with the Lord, because it has perished, it cannot become one with Him. If it be said that without perishing it becomes one with Him, it cannot become one with Him. Like salt uniting with water, the soul, having destroying its impurity, unites with the feet of Lord and becomes His servant. There is no attraction, the soul is to be impurity. Verse 6. Just as radiance of the sun rising in cloud is at first observed and when the clouds passes away shines everywhere, so the radiant knowledge of the soul, His hidden impurity, first has experience of the world via sense conditioned knowledge, and then having dispelled impurity, it attains the grace of God. We have noted that the resemblance of reasons in Recitation 2 of the 8th Sutra from in the form of consciousness He is union with them, and the second recitation of 11th Sutra for God is inseparable union with souls gives fruit of what they do deserves. The resemblance of the two reasons emphasize that God becomes as preceptor and informs and the spiritual message in 8th Sutra. It is the responsible for enlightenment soul to behave like a person who gets enlightenment from Shiva. In the 11th Sutra, God considers the inner intention of the individual and judges the person on the basis of the actions performed by the individual. Thus, Saiva Siddhanta emphasizes the responsibility of the individual after getting enlightenment from God, and God after considering the intention as well as actual performance of the individual rewards accordingly. Thus, Saiva Siddhanta insists on moral responsibility of the individual, and God also responds positively for the more responsibility displayed by the individual. This important aspect of Saiva Siddhanta should always be kept in our mind. The 12th Sutra continues. Nature of the enlightenment souls. In the 11th Sutra, we describe the state of release. Saiva Siddhanta believes that this state can be reached here and now. The grace of God persons who reach this stage are called Jivan Muktas, persons who get release while living in the body. These persons will not be affected by the pressure or pain which may arise due to the Prabhada karma. Sansita karma has already been destroyed by Shiva when he performed initiation, which is described in the 8th Sutra. Agamya karma, which may rise as the result of experiencing Prabodha, will be destroyed by the knowledge that the individual gets the preceptor. Thus, the intelligent desire and action of the enlightenment person are always depend on the intelligence, desire and actions of God. This enlightenment will always enjoy bliss, will never experience pain. The lives of the 63 Nyayamars explained in the Periya Puranam bears testimony to this fact. In Tamil, the sutra goes like this: Semmalar nondan seral utrar அம்மலம் கலியி அன்பரோடு மறியி மால் அற நேயம் மலிந்தவர் வேடமும் ஆலயம்தானும் அரணென தொழுமே. When having washed away the impurity which prevents it reaching the sustained feet that are like the red lotus flower, and having joined the company of who love the Lord, the soul is rid dissolution, it worships as Hara himself. The habit of those who abound in devotion and his shrines. Recitation number 1. Statement: Put away the impurities, anava, karma and maya. Reason: for they do not give knowledge but ignorance. Verse 1. This karma which is associated with good and evil deeds, and maya which is seen from earth, to the anava which produces ignorance, these three impurities are not proper for the spiritually enlightened people. Leave them. Recitation number 2. Statement: Associate with Shiva's devotees. Reason: for those who are not cause ignorance. Question: when the spiritually enlightened serve their association with the unworthy, who make them forget their true nature and fall into impurities, in the company of devotees, they become infatuated with the love of God and know with the divine knowledge. Then works cannot teach or touch them. The Prabhada karma which yet remain to be consumed and annihilated will not harm a true devotee, i.e. the Jivan Mukta, who has been taught by God himself as Guru, who in association with the intercourse with the other true devotees forgets him and behaves like a madman through superabundant joy, and who has completely abandoned the society of men and women of this world, whose association was likely to make him forget the immense boon he has received from God and make him fall again into the pit birth of from the he has just been raised. Recitation number 3. Statement: Worship the scared habit of Shiva's devotees and the strains of Shiva, regarding themselves as superhuman Lord, Parameshwaram. Reason: in those places he is visible, in other places he is not. For the soul which is one as nervous, etc., is all so other than they, so also the supreme soul. For the enlightenment, he is not other than world. He is not one with the world. He is not both other than one with the world. But because the relation in non-duality which includes all these three, all things are his from. Nevertheless, though who the truth of non-duality worship in love. Though who has learned Siddhanta that thou art Shiva souls with one and with two impurities become Shiva where there is no rebirth. This former by the appearance of God in the consciousness, by sight and speech, those with three impurities attain in the treatise taught by human gurus. The substance of sutras according to Meghandas Kartrai Sutras. From first sutras to last sutra, now according to Meghandas Kartrai we are going to see. Sutras number 1. God who causes its desolation is the primary source of the world. Number 2. How the world is evolved again. Number 3. The existence of the soul. Number 4. The same. Number 5. God's first service to soul. Number 6. The real and non-real. Number 7. A supplement to the above. Number 8. How the soul obtains knowledge. Number 9. How the soul is purified. Number 10. How pasa the fetter is removed. Number 11. How the soul reaches the scared feet of God. Number 12. How God, invisible and unknowable, can be worshipped as visible and knowable. To each sutra or aphorisms, Meghandas appends a summary statement of substance and then gives the rendering of the sutra followed by explosion in the series of dissertation. A dissertation usually consists of thesis supported by the reason and one or more illustrative verses. Thank you for kindly, and I have completed the 12 sutras. For your patience and your knowledge, and according to my knowledge I have given this thesis on based of Meghandas thesis. Thanks for grasping some of the points through me. If you have any queries, please left in the comment section. The speech by Siva Surya. Thank you.